What is going on, everybody? This is Jen coming at you on my downtime. I hope you're all having a great day. And I'm actually going to go ahead and make a beautiful video response to my friend, who I know, Cupcake Killer. Yeah! Awesome name, by the way. I love that shit. Pardon the French. Yes, there is such a thing as freedom of speech, so please don't worry about cursing or dropping F-bombs, but just don't do it excessively. You know what I mean? If that's what outweighs your content, then you're not really giving out content. Which actually you did deliver very beautifully on this video, I must say. Welcome to YouTube. I've been spending 5 years at least on YouTube, so any questions that you want to ask about it, hit me up. I will let you know what the deal is, because I do my best to stay updated on everything. Thankfully, I know some really good people that are going to help me to stay updated, because even though I've been on here for 5 years now, there are things that I'm not necessarily keen to catching, I guess. So I'm just glad that I've networked myself with some pretty good people that could help me navigate this thing. So I'm going to help you navigate this thing. Alright, it's so good to see you up on here. Congratulations on your first vlog, and congratulations on joining YouTube. I grew up with you. Yes, I'll let the cat out of the bag. I don't give a rat's ass. Oh, yeah. I grew up with this girl. She's an amazing woman. She's very determined, very strong, but also very loving. And I should know that firsthand. Because, well, duh, I know you. As far as what you're talking about goes, you know, your goals and everything, I think all of us in general are going through it. And I can say that safely because I'm going through it myself. There are things that I want to do that I end up putting down on a list, but have to push aside because I have to deal with this, that, the third. You know, things happen. You know, I have a lot of things to deal with. I don't have kids, obviously, but I do have a family that I do look out for. So when things need to be done, they have to get done. Even if they cut into the middle of my day, I have to do them regardless. Other things that I don't do that I really should be doing is disciplining myself more. You say that, you know, you're the kind of person that makes lists. So am I. I'm like obsessive on that. It's ridiculous. I'm obsessive on it. I go over my budget. I go over projections as far as, you know, what I can afford and possibly save up. And then I go over another list, which is, you know, a business flow chart or a plan of action that's going to help me to accrue more money every single month so that I can meet that deadline. And it's a lot of pressure on me because I don't work for somebody else. I work for myself. It's hard to know exactly where my next payment is going to be coming from. And a lot of people become successful entrepreneurs this way, and some fall. I have fallen twice. Yay. My good luck, right? But ever since graduating high school, I knew that I was an entrepreneur at heart. I knew it because anything that I really loved doing, I really got involved in. And it wasn't just getting involved in the operations and the mechanics of it, whatever it is that I wanted to do for a living. I wanted to build it and really help it to grow, like develop it, you know, business-wise, get it marketed, get it out there. And I've spent so much of my time, mostly all of my 20s, building company names, Fortune 500 companies, small companies, mid-sized companies, and I thought, I'm done with that. You know, I'm like so over it because I should go on to the next step. However, I don't know if I necessarily have altogether the discipline that I necessarily need to go to that next step. with that being said, I did open up my own company name back in 2009, and I try to keep up with it. And it's difficult because it's something that you have to be on constantly. This is why I'm not on Facebook every day. I'm actually trying to cut back on my Facebook usage. As much as I love being on there and joking with everybody and bullshitting, it's taking time away from me. It's unhealthy for the growth of my business and being self-employed. Yeah, so that in itself I have to cut back on. I have to cut back on my self-doubt. There is a lot of negative self-talk that I put myself through, like, you know, I'll come up with a really good idea and think, oh, this is brilliant. Like, it's one of those ideas that would wake me in the middle of the night, and it would actually be realistically aligned with what I do for a living. Yet, when I finally wake to it, and I can do it, after I slept and I wake to it, I don't do anything. I don't realize it. And that's my problem, is my thinking. My thinking is incredibly sordid and disorganized. And I don't know how else to put it best. I wish that, you know, as far as concentration and focus and vision, I would have more discipline, but I don't. I don't have nearly the amount of discipline that I used to when I did build up Fortune 500 companies via sales and marketing. And it kind of makes me want to go back into that environment so that I can get kicked around a little bit more, but I really shouldn't be doing that. I should be going on to the next step instead of going back into my comfort zone, wanting to be babied. You know, it's almost like going back to the corporate world in that sense is like asking others to baby me and train me again when I already know what to do. I have a habit of doing that. I have a habit of wanting to be coddled and babied. And, for emotional security reasons, it does serve a purpose, you know, to have people around me that are supportive, that understand the entrepreneurial world, marketing, and being self-employed, and also owning your own business and building it. It's very hard to maintain that kind of connection with some people because we're all going in all kinds of directions. We're all very independent. There's a lack of a team. There's no support system. And I think that's what I need to kind of wean myself off of, is asking to be babied and coddled through the journey that I chose to go through, the endeavor that I chose. I knew that it was going to be lonely. I knew that I was going to go through a lot of shit. I knew that I was going to go through a lot of hard times, but also learn a lot of good things while doing it. And I think my insecurities get the best of me because I want to go back to those old habits. And the old habits being, you know, having, you know, like a support system in my field that understands me, that can coddle me and carry me through. I think I, at this point, should graduate to the point where I need to carry myself through. And it's very hard to say that because I've never gone through anything in my entire life without a support system. Think about it. We all have families. You know, we all have a mother. Our mothers are our endless support system. I have to wean myself off of that coddling, that, you know, security blanket. I gotta get the thumb out of my mouth and learn how to talk, so to speak. And I'm having a difficult time doing that because I keep wanting to go back to it. because it was always something that I could rely on, always something that I can bank off of, and I know that on the journey that I'm going on, I'm not always going to have it, and that I have to buck up and learn and keep going. I wouldn't necessarily give you that advice because our situations are different, but I just wanted to make a video response to you to let you know what I'm going through as far as, you know, trying to better myself goes, getting rid of old habits goes. One of my worst habits is clinging on to people and latching on too hard, rather than banking off of the resources that I have already, that I've learned throughout my entire career. I latch on to people too much, and I have to stop doing that. However, you know, when it comes to personal matters, I'm definitely a mush. You know me. I'm definitely a mush. This is a very long video. I apologize. It's an extremely long video response. It should have been much shorter. But, yeah, when you're first starting out on YouTube, you have up to 10 minutes per video that you upload. So if you shoot a video that exceeds 10 minutes, you could always split it into two. You could do a part 1, part 2, syndicate it. So that's another tip. If you're worried about, you know, going over time, don't cut it down. Don't edit yourself while shooting. Edit it after you're done shooting. That's the best advice I could give you on that. As far as everything else, I'll keep tabs with you, 'cause I'm subscribed to you, and, shit. I'll call you. Anyway, I love you, girl. You're the best. You really are. Love you so much. My heart. Alright, I'm out. Y'all take care.